It's time for the Wendy Williams Show. Today, Hot Talk eats up with the outspoken Suze Orman, hip-hop heavyweight Joe Budden, and relationship expert Amy Laurent. Now, here's Wendy.
Next, we've got financial expert Suze Orman, hip-hop artist and reality star Joe Budden, and relationship expert Amy Laurent. They'll all join me for Hot Talk panel, our weekly discussion of the hottest topics. Don't go far. Everybody for being here still. Listen, it's Friday, and that means it's not time for another round talk with our Hot Talk. So joining me today, the host of CNBC's Suze Orman Show, our friend Money Girl, Suze Orman. Also, relationship expert and author of 8 Weeks of Everlasting, Amy Laurent. And he's a reality star and hip-hop artist who also happens to be from Jersey like me. His album, No Love Lost, is out now. It's Joe Budden. Welcome, Joe. Okay, let's get started. According to a new study published by the Journal of Sex Research, 98% of men and 80% of women said that they fantasize about someone other than their partner during sex. But my question for the panel is, what if the partner that you're fantasizing about is your ex? And you found out. Would you consider that cheating? Amy.
Okay, so Wendy, we all have fantasized about someone at some time or another. So it's different if it's Brad Pitt, right? Now, if your partner shouts out the name of his ex, of course it's hurtful, right? I mean, of course you're not going to be happy with it. This is something that you're going to have to talk about with your significant other to see if it's an issue where you need to break up. But it's not considered cheating, actual cheating. I mean, what is this, the fantasy police, the thought police?
Yes.
Right?
It's a 5-alarm fire.
No way, no way. What? Wait, well, here's the thing. It's like, first of all, I can't even remember having sex with my exes.
And I told you, I would run my exes over with a car, so who cares about them?
So if you all know I'm gay, all right. So if KT or I am fantasizing about an ex, something is drastically wrong with our own sex life, and we better seriously talk.
5-alarm fire.
Yeah.
Joe?
I disagree with everything she said. I think there should be a thought police. I think during that moment of intimacy, it should be in the moment. So if your thoughts are elsewhere...
Elsewhere is one thing. To an ex that is tangible in your life, like it's one thing if you think about Halle Berry.
It's a problem if you're screaming out, bathroom, kitchen, never mind exes. If you're not in that moment, there's a problem with the intimacy somewhere and it should be addressed.
That's not considered cheating. If our spouses or our boyfriends or girlfriends, if they were able to read our minds, what's going on a daily basis, that's the thought police. I mean, then we'd all be in fights and breaking up.
If it's cheating or not, it's just stupid.
It is stupid. I give you that. But it's not cheating.
I feel like if you fantasize about Tony Braxton or Halle Berry or somebody that's not in our real world, that's one thing. But if you fantasize about a tangible ex-girlfriend, we've got a problem. All right. Now, let's move on to our next one. All right. So earlier this week, I talked about Michael Strahan allegedly refusing to go through with the wedding of with his fiancee, Nicole Murphy, until she signs the prenup papers. Suze, I've known you a long time. I know what you feel about prenups. We're coming to you first. We all know that big rich stars a lot of times have prenups. But my question is, what about regular people? The school principal and the nurse they want to marry. Do you think they need a prenup? Suze?
Yes, yes, yes. Listen, 1 out of 2 people who say, I do, end up in a divorce. Number 1 reason for divorce is arguments over money. Now, the less money you have, if you ask me, the more you need a prenup. Why? Because the less money you have, the chances are you're going to get in trouble, financially speaking, and run up credit card debt.
Okay.
If you drop your prenup correctly, you don't have to be responsible for your ex's debt.
Okay. Here's what Michelle R. says. Some of our Wendy viewers commented. Michelle says, if you go into marriage thinking about divorce, why even get married? Samantha J. says, if my future husband asked me to sign a prenup, I'd think he doesn't trust me. Here's what I say about that, Joe, and then we're gonna come to you. My thought on a prenup for regular people, say the nurse and the principal, is, you know what, I agree with Susie, because here's the thing. What if the principal's parents left them their condo in Boca? Now, the principal meets the nurse and they want to get married. And then they get divorced, and so now she gets access to the condo in Boca when that's been in the family for 50 years? Are you kidding me? Does that make sense, Joe?
Yeah, it makes total sense. I don't think anything about a prenup speaks to the trust level that you have with your significant other. I think a prenup is a worst case scenario, and the broker you are, I agree with Susie, the more that you need it. I need Susie. I'm just agreeing with Susie on this period. Just because that's the right thing to do.
It's a rotten thing to bring up. Amy, what do you think?
Well, here's the thing. I also think that, you know, you wouldn't go into a business relationship with your childhood best friend that you've known your whole life without just having that agreement before you go into that relationship.
That's a hard conversation to have as well.
But you gotta have it. It's a partnership. It's a relationship. And I know that Susie has said before.
Since forever.
Yeah.
Well,
no.
I knew that.